Hey guys, this is Dr. Hub. Today we'll look at the mediastinum. So under mediastinum, we are looking at the division as well as the content, the division and the content of the mediastinum. So what does it include? So the divisions, let's draw a diagram. So we have the sternum here, and there is a division of the superior mediastinum and the inferior mediastinum. So how are the structures? So here we have the spine. This is the spine, and at the level of C5, and this will be the 4, and there will be 4 above and the 5 below. So this is the partition. So what will this include? This includes this is nothing but the medial mediastinum, MM, and below what we have is the posterior mediastinum. This is the posterior mediastinum. This will be the anterior mediastinum, and this is going to be the sternal angle. This will be the sternal angle. Next is there is also a rib. This is a rib. So this will be a rough representation of what we are going to do. That is the anterior mediastinum. This is the middle mediastinum, and this will be the posterior mediastinum. Now let's look in detail what are the components of the mediastinums. So first we have the superior mediastinum. There is a superior mediastinum. Superior mediastinum, the content, it includes a trachea, esophagus. It includes a trachea. Next is it includes the esophagus. Then it also includes the thoracic duct. Then what are the other components? There is presence of the thymus. Then there is also the vessels which are present. So what are the vessels which are present? Vessels present are, it includes the aortic arch. So there is presence of aortic arch, there is presence of the left common carotid artery. There is left common carotid artery. Then there is also presence of the left subclavian artery. Then there is also the brachiocephalic trunk. There is a right and the left brachiocephalic vein. And there is also presence of the superior vena cava, and superior vena cava, it includes the upper half. And then there is also presence of the azygous vein. There is presence of the azygous vein, and this azygous vein is present near its opening into the superior vena cava. So it is near the opening of the superior vena cava. And next there is also superior mediastinum. It includes the left recurrent laryngeal nerve. Next it also includes the left recurrent laryngeal nerve. So superior mediastinum, there is a trachea, esophagus, thoracic duct, thymus. There are some vessels as well as the left recurrent laryngeal nerve. Next let's look at the inferior mediastinum. So under the inferior mediastinum, there is the anterior, middle and the posterior, as we saw in the diagram. So what is present in the anterior? The anterior, it includes the thymus. So anterior, there is presence of the thymus, that is the inferior extension. So there is thymus, that is the inferior extension. Next there is also the mediastinum. There is a mediastinal branches. So mediastinal branches is nothing but the internal thoracic vessels. So internal thoracic vessels, we call it as a ITV. Next, there is also presence of the sternopericardial ligaments. Sternopericardial ligaments is nothing but the SPL. So as a sternopericardial ligaments is the SPL. Then comes the inferior mediastinum's middle portion. So in terms of the middle portion, what does it include? So middle portion, it includes the presence of the heart. So there is presence of the heart, there is presence of the phrenic nerve, there is also presence of the tracheal bifurcation. There is heart, there is peripheral nerve, there is a phrenic nerve, there is tracheal bifurcation and the bronchi. Next, let's look at the roots of the vessels, root of various great vessels. So in the middle portion, there is root of great vessels, root of the great vessels. So what are the components of the root of great vessels? Root of great vessels, it includes the ascending aorta. So it includes the ascending aorta, the superior vena cava. Next, the superior vena cava is nothing but the lower half, as well as there is presence of the inferior vena cava. There is presence of the pulmonary trunk and the branches as well, and there is a pericardiophrenik. This pericardiophrenik and the branches. Next, that also includes the pericardiophrenik arteries as well as the veins. Lastly, we look at the posterior portion of the inferior mediastinum. So the posterior portion, it includes the thoracic aorta. There is the thoracic duct. There is presence of esophagus. There is presence of the vagus nerve, as well as the azygous vein and the hemiazygous vein.